Sister Mercy about to learn why obedience is better than sacrifice.
Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited. Isis, All That Glitters. The goddess next door takes on a bikini-clad bank robber in this action-packed all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, All That Glitters in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today.
Hi everyone, it's Shawn here with a comic review video. And I've really been enjoying the Sister Mercy series from Addict Door Comics, and it's just been an absolutely fantastic run of books. And I have to say that the 7th issue is one of the best comics of 2022. Now, this 7th issue picks up on the fantastic cliffhanger, which basically ends the second act of the Sister Mercy storyline. And this one really pays off all the action that took place on the 6th issue. Now, that 6th issue had some fantastic moments, like the fatality, where we see why Whoopi won't be making an appearance on The View after participating in this devilish sister act with this dark church. Now, with this 7th issue, we get two really compelling storylines. One that really shows us some great backstory as related to this, I call it Antichrist Church. And this Antichrist Church we're going to learn a lot more about it in the pages of this Sister Mercy. Now, it opens up with the payoff from the 6th issue, where Sister Mercy finally goes out here and spears the head of the dark church, the Black Pope. And with the spearing of the Black Pope, we would think that this would be the end of everything. But before we get back to that story, we get a look at the Black Pope when he was just a curator at a museum, and we learn more about him and how he becomes the Black Pope. Now, before he was the Black Pope, he basically was one of these square incel type guys, and as one of these square guys, he's working as a curator at this museum, and he's got a hot blonde who's just working with him as one of the guards at this museum. But he's not looking to mac this woman. No, he gets fixated on this ancient text, which he's able to read without any sort of training. So he's got a little bit of an eye from the devil, and that eye has him caught up in the temptation of this whole text that he's reading. And it's that obsession with that text that basically leads this incel to turning into the Black Pope, because as he's going out here getting fixated on this book, this is what leads to him winding up on the road to going out here and getting into this darkness. And he needs some virgin blood, but he doesn't get the virgin blood from the hot guard. No, he gets the virgin blood from himself. Hate to give away that spoiler, but yeah, this guy's a real incel, and him being an incel leads to the apocalypse coming. And it's really interesting to see how this guy just being caught up in his obsession with this text basically led to the start of the end of the world. Unfortunately, as we go on in the book, we find out that your Sister Mercy winds up not obeying God, and because she doesn't obey God, what happens is she has to deal with the consequences of her actions later on in this book. Now, I don't want to give away too much of Sister Mercy because, Corey worked very hard on this book along with Ricardo Silva on the story and the art. So I don't really want to mess up all of their hard work by spoiling the book too much, because I want you to go out here and get your own copy of Sister Mercy, one of the best comics of 2022, and a very solid story that continues to pick up and continues to further develop these characters and further develop the Sister Mercy universe. What I really liked about this comic was it built up on the existing story as related to the payoff of the second act, and also gave us some backstory into the bad guy that made us see his motives for his evil, and we got to see the backstory as related to where the dinosaur came from in the early issues that makes everybody get all slimed in your Black Pope's slime pit. I mean, basically that reminded me a lot of the Evil Horde's slime pit, and that's where we see where that comes from, and we see where a lot of things come from as related to the apocalypse that your sister Mercy is currently living in. We see the world before the end of the world in the beginning of the book, and we see the end of days starting to begin at the end of the book. Just very fantastic pacing from Corey Hardiman as related to storytelling here. I mean, I like the way he sets it up in this whole issue. Like, we get to see 3 different acts. In Act 1, we get to see the present. Act 2, we start to see the Black Pope's past. And in Act 3, we start to see the end of days. Really good structuring of storytelling as related to moving the plot forward. Great character development and really solid pacing overall. And Ricardo Silva's art really pops with every page, and I really like the way that we built up into the villain. It just solid character development, solid storytelling. Everything just came together very nicely on this 7th issue of Sister Mercy. And what I found to be very interesting about this being the 7th issue is that this 7th issue is, while the number 7 is lucky, it's very unlucky for your sister Mercy because she didn't obey God. And because she didn't obey God, she's got to deal with the consequences of her actions. And in this 7th issue, it doesn't look like it's a lucky number for the sister because she went out here and was hesitant and did not go out here and follow up on her action. Again, I don't want to give away too much as related to the story because everything here is just so well done, and everything here is just so exceptionally well done. I want to see you go out here and get your own issue of Sister Mercy, and I want to see you go out here and pick up the back issues because this issue is so strong. You're going to want to go back and pick up the remaining issues of this series because the storytelling is tight, the character development is just exceptional, and I like the way everything just comes together in further developing this post-apocalyptic world. And I love that look at the pre-apocalyptic world. Again, really good, solid foundation. And I can see why this book is growing in popularity because everything here just comes together so well that you're never disappointed with anything as related to storytelling. Just an absolutely fun, fantastic adventure with a great heroine, great storytelling, and great character development. So I highly recommend you go out here and get the next issue of Sister Mercy when it comes out on Kickstarter. And I recommend you go out and get the other spin-off book, Hope and Sin. Corey's building a fantastic universe here, and I really want you to be a part of it. I could easily see this becoming a TV series. I mean, it's got a lot of Buffy the Vampire Slayer notes. That's what I'm noticing with the 7th issue, and everything is just really coming together. And I really want to see more people go out here and pick this book up. So that's my review on one of the best books of 2022. Don't miss Sister Mercy because you'll be regretting that you missed out on this fantastic book and missing out on one of the best comics on the market today. Now, if you want to pick up some of my action-packed fantasy fiction on the SJS Direct imprint, like the ISIS series, the E-Steam series, the John Haynes series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy, you can find those books on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find them on other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, and Google Play. And if you want to see me make more comic review videos and have the money to be able to put more money on great comics on Kickstarter and Indiegogo like Sister Mercy and be able to review them online, you can send a donation to the Patreon, the PayPal, or the Cash App by clicking the link in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and e-readers, E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a wicked werewolf in this action-packed all-new E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman in paperback paperback and e-readers today.